All right, I'll be ready in just a second. Okay, that should about do it. So I see our buddy Nick. How you doing? It's nice to see you again. It's really cool to discuss Nintendo here. So are you ready to go, Ross?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so hey everybody, Blood Moon Bobby and Ross here. We're talking about tonight. We're gonna start off talking about the Animal Crossing New Horizons update, and then we'll get to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. Which yay! So, how you doing, Ross?
I'm doing good. Yeah, just the Animal Crossing update was way more than I anticipated. I thought they're just gonna announce like Brewster and a couple new stuff and then that's it. But yeah, it went on longer than I expected. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm doing good, Nick. Yeah, Nick asks, I'm good, man. How are you guys?
yep. Yeah, we're doing good. Just
Yeah.
excited to talk about Animal Crossing right about now. Yeah, yeah, it was definitely more than I expected to. I thought they were gonna like talk about Brewster and then maybe talk about some additional features, but
Mm.
no, they went into a whole bunch of other things. They also talked about like the return of Kapp'n, aerobics, all these shops, the ability to cook food. It's like lots of things that even kind of reminded me of some features from the first Animal Crossing. Because it's funny, because I think the last time we talked, we sort of agreed that while New Horizons is a good game, there doesn't we just wanted more things to do. Like I said, that I get it's supposed to be the customizable Animal Crossing, but I always liked the characters and other features the past games gave. But so yeah, a lot of those features were announced in that update. Not everything. I wish some of the characters could do a bit more, but I guess we'll get into that tonight. So oh, what else did Nick say before we get going? Me who still doesn't have New Horizons. This update is so good, but I still don't have the game. Are you thinking of picking up the game soon, Nick?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
Nick, you gotta buy the game now so you can like grind for those bells because
Yeah.
you're gonna have to be paying like a lot after the update. I'm guessing you have to pay for like to build the roost and also to for Harv's Island you gotta like expand on it like to create those permanent vendors on it, which is gonna be yeah, it's gonna cost a lot of bells for you.
From what I
So
took it, it sounded like it sounded like the roost will be there, but it sounded like for those shops on Harv's Island, they have to be funded through bells. So it's funny because when I first heard the announcement, I was under the impression that oh, Katrina's back, but it seems to be more like well, you got to donate those bells to the island to get those shops. So I think it's that when the update comes, the roost will be there, but Harv's Island, players are gonna have to pay all those bells if they want like Katrina or Kicks to come back. Nick said, I don't know when, but yeah, I gotta get the game. And yeah, as Ross said, it's probably best to get the game as soon as you can, especially because like when you start off, you have to start off with just trying to get things like Nook's Cranny or the, I don't know the official name, but you know that town hall place, because those have to be like done through,
Residential services, yeah.
yeah, residential services. Yeah, so it's not like, super super grindy. It's just things you got to do when you get started. So but yeah, you want to go through, like, just go through the list of all the features that they announced. Should we start off with the roost?
Yeah, yeah, the roost. So pretty much like unlike the past Animal Crossing games, you don't work there. You just go to and buy some coffee, which just yeah, you buy coffee for like 300 bells, and I think Brewster talks to you for a bit. I don't know if there's anything else that they announced when you buy the coffee, like you don't like either I don't know, something they could give just as a gameplay boost or something. But otherwise, it just seems more like a cosmetic feature for because like when you drink the coffee, like villagers or like the random NPCs from town, they come visit the cafe and then they just have like special dialogue. Um, but you can also like sort of trigger it early by having like by buying the Amiibos
Yeah.
cards, which is yeah, like you can summon like the Mabel sisters and maybe Tom Nook and whatnot to visit. But you can also like yeah, invite like your friends over from like online just to share coffee with each other, which is like yeah, sure, like people are into role playing, just pretending to drink coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm just sort of whelmed by it. I'm not like excited or like overwhelmed, but I do understand the sentiment. Like people like that sort of calmness, especially when it comes to like cafes and coffee.
mhm.
So the roost, yeah, adding another like layer of that calmness is it's appreciated. Yeah, I just wanted a bit more out of it, like just
Yeah.
from a gameplay perspective. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was a little surprised that it seems like the functions of the roost, it's kind of more similar to like the, I would say, the earlier Animal Crossing games, in that it is the place where people can go and get coffee. They didn't announce that they were going to bring back that mini game from New Leaf where people could, work behind the counter and try to guess what kind of coffee each of the villagers wants. Of course, they didn't say that KK is going to be performing there. It's basically just there to, for that sort of role playing like feature where like people can go and relax, which I'm very much sentimental to. I especially liked it in the earlier games because back when I was a kid, I wasn't drinking coffee, so it kind of gave me that sort of like feeling where it's like, oh, this is why grown-ups like going to cafes and stuff. So I kind of wished that they would bring back at least the coffee making game, like, just because I thought it was kind of a fun, like, sort of mini game to try and guess, which of the NPCs and villagers, what kind of like coffee they want and how much like sugar, like, just to add that extra bit of sort of interact. And also, I think I forgot to mention the last time we discussed, one of the other reasons players like that feature in New Leaf is that depending on how good a job the players do, they can get like these coffee beans and sell them to like Tom Nook for extra bells. So it was basically his way of his way of payment. So, but it's still a welcome feature. I could see like taking my character to the roost and getting a coffee. I'd probably go like each time I play, like, just to do it. And once in a while, I like my sister will like, especially because in New Horizons, players have the ability to bring their own like characters, like their own like villagers. So I could see a thing where maybe the first time we get this update, that I could like be hanging out with my sister and just having our characters like spend time in the roost. So, but yeah, I think the way you said it describes it well, in that it's a very much an appreciated feature.
Yeah. And I do like that they actually do more with the amiibos now, because the amiibo isn't just a base game for now. It's just let's see. if you have the cards for like say Tom Nook or Isabel, and you try to like summon them through the Amiibo terminal in residential services, you can't really do much with it. Can't
Oh,
like they just say some special dialogue, say like, "Oh, why are you talking to me? I'm like right there across from you." So having like amiibos in the roost and just like summoning like your the Isabel and Tom Nook or Able sisters or maybe like the villagers who live in your town. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that'll be nice. Though I do wonder what happens if you try to summon like a villager who doesn't live in your town and you have like the amiibo card of them.
Oh yeah.
Like would they just travel like from across the world just to visit this one specific cafe just because you called them? I wonder if that's gonna happen. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, who knows? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Would it
yeah.
be would the character just pop up, or would the game like say spit out a message that says something like, so and so cannot come to your island?
Yeah. It's like having an amiibo card of Tortimer and you try to summon him through like the in the residential services in the amiibo terminal and it says like, oh yeah, he can't come right now. So because we don't know what to do with him yet.
Yeah,
But yeah, hopefully like you can use like the cards for Tortimer and Kapp'n now. And well, especially in the cafe, just like to see what they have to say. And I do hope that they actually have like a lot to say instead of just like maybe I don't know 3 or 4 recycled lines of dialogue.
yeah, or even
So
just hang out in the
yeah,
cafe rather than just, oh, I'm here, bye.
we'll have like special dialogue depending on like the time of day and maybe the season or the holiday.
Uh-huh.
Like yeah, like I think that'll be nice. Yeah, just to see. But who knows? Time will tell to see if they actually bothered to give out that way more detail about the amiibo cards and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the roost, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm like done with the roost for now. Like I can't wait to go there and just like check it out. And hopefully it has like a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Nick is like, I'm so glad Tortimer is back. I remember
Yeah,
some people were like, oh no, is he dead in New Horizons? There was like a
yeah,
scene from
because
like
one
one of
was so old. Yeah.
yeah, well, like
And
one
then
of the trailers where people were like, "Is that his tombstone?" So it's like, I like how they put him in the direct, like to say, "No, he's not dead. He's on, what is he like on Harv's Island, or at least he's seen on Harv's Island now."
yeah, something like that. I need to like see what he was doing there. But yeah, let's see. Well, speaking of Hearts Island, let's see. The next feature they announced was Kapp'n, who is now actually nearby the docks. Like that, the docks now has a purpose beyond just like being a fishing spot for exclusive fish.
Y-
So let's see. Kapp'n, he'll take you on a boat to more islands that's not featured in from the Dal airport,
mhm.
and it only costs like 1,000 Nook Mile tickets. So and I think it's better than the taking a Dal because the Dal is like you got to go to the terminal in residential services, buy an airplane ticket, and then go to the airport. It's kind
Right.
of a hassle. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
see what you
taking
mean.
using Kapp'n, yeah. Using Kapp'n is like much better. Though I do wonder is like how many more islands have they like put up? Like have they created just for just this exclusive like gameplay feature? Yeah. Because with the airport you can go to an island where you can like farm for bells or like spiders or scorpions
Uh huh.
or even like bamboos, yeah. But and sometimes like there's also like villagers there or like yeah, just a random villager just like camping out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I do wonder what Kapp'n has to offer.
Uh
Uh,
huh. Yeah, so yeah, it's funny because when I watched the direct, admittedly, I got a little cynical when they said Captain's back because he does the thing where he sings the song. What I discovered in New Leaf, I don't know if they do this in New Horizons, but like if I want to get to in New Leaf when I wanted to get to the island faster, I found that if I push, I don't remember, it was either B or start and just shut Kapp'n up, he'd be like, oh, you wanna, like, you're trying to get there really quick. Like, he says something to that effect. And the cynic in me is just like, oh, I can't wait to shut Kapp'n up. But jokes aside, I do like his songs. What I'm hoping this feature enables is, God, doing these streams makes me seem like I'm like a New Leaf fanboy, but to bring up that game again, something I liked about that game was that in the island in that game, when you went to that island, there would be all these creatures that you could like catch, like bugs and fish, that would cost way more than whatever bugs or fish that would be in the main town. And yes, Nick, we're happy that Kapp'n is back too. So I'm hoping, because I remember when I read Nintendo's press release, they said you might arrive on islands with mysterious flora that's never seen before. I'm hoping what they mean by that is that though when you go to sell them at like a Nook's Cranny, that they're going to cost way more, that you could sell them for way more bells than whatever you could catch on the island. Because even though I do like that they added things like they brought diving to the island in New Horizons, it kind of takes away that appeal of, but it just costs the same when I go to sell it at Nook's Cranny. So I'm wondering if that's what Nintendo meant when they said you might find some mysterious a flora that you've never seen before in the game. So, yeah, Nick said, I love New Leaf so much as of now. And, yeah, one of the reasons I like New Leaf so much is because they gave the players so many of those features, like going to that island or going to Reese and Cyrus's shop, which I'll save that for later on in our discussion. But that's just kind of what I hope to see in this update.
I mean, you do go to like islands where it's either like nighttime or a different season, or like has like a crazy different type of flora. Like I think sort of like a jungle, like you climb up vines and whatnot. So I think that's a sort of a better trade-off in the end. Like especially just going to like the seasonal islands. Islands that's either like snowing or maybe it's like fall there and you're playing in like maybe the summer or something. Mm-hmm. So just going to those islands just creates a lot of like shortcuts, especially if you want to like maybe, I don't know, maybe catch fish or like try to catch bugs or something, who are like only exclusive to that season.
Yeah.
Or you go to the island at night and there's a shooting star and you can like try to get a star piece. So yeah, like Kapp'n I think he's better in New Horizons because he serves as like a huge shortcut.
Yeah.
For, like, people who either don't have the time to play at night or don't want to like play in a specific season in specific months. Yeah. Especially for those collectors. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope that it's in the game as well, because that was one of my favorite features about Kapp'n in the previous game.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, like so let's move on to Harv's Island. Yeah. Remember last stream we talked about how like the stuff we kind of want to see for New Horizons, and if I recalled, I mentioned something like a sort of town or city where like each of the vendors have like their own permanent spots or something, like especially kicks. Yeah. So this isn't exactly a city per se. It's still sort of like, it still looks like a swap meet in a way. Swap meet in the middle of some random island. But I like to say I was still right.
Well, yeah, you got pretty close in essence.
Yeah. It's not a city, but it's still somewhat the same. Though Harv's Island, the funny thing is that I have never visited Harv's Island because I just don't care about taking photos.
Same.
Or, like, doing those stuff. Yeah. So having like just expanding it, and just like giving it like permanent vendor spots is like so much helpful.
Yes.
Because like I said, with Kapp'n is like maybe some people they don't want to like keep waiting for like a specific vendor to come visit the island. Like I want that Campbell vendor to like come visit my island so I can decorating my house again, or I'm waiting for kicks to come back because I just like kicks a lot. Um, oh yeah, or waiting for red or leaf to come because like I gotta like finish on my museum or like gotta get more bushes. But yeah, it's definitely great that they expanded on it and that it's a really good quality of life feature. But as of now, I really need to grind for bells to open and back to open up each shop. Like I have a weird feeling that each shop is probably gonna cost like 1,000,000 bells or something. I don't know, but it's gonna cost like a lot.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that yeah
I'm wondering,
yeah
is it
yeah
gonna cost? Go ahead.
yeah. Like I don't really play the market, so yeah. So which is why like it took me like maybe a year to actually finally pay off all the loans.
Uh-huh.
Like opposed to other people who paid off the loans in about like a week or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and a lot of people tell me online that it's so easy just to make a crap ton of bells. Just gotta like go to the internet communities and like or try to like find a good week and then invite those people over, invite like people online over so they can like tip you bells. And then
Uh-huh.
that's how I get paid that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, like even though I have Nintendo Switch Online, I'm not really like sort of into that. I don't check out on the stock market that much because like it's just a hassle. Like it just feels like a job. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically
But that's another
too
thing.
much.
Like I just want these vendors to like come like so fast. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I have to like yeah, I have to play the stock market and try to get rich. Uh,
Yeah. Or
we-
do what my sister does and just keep shaking trees for bells and pray that you don't get stung by wasps.
I carry that net with me before I
Mm-hmm.
shake a tree, so like because I can try to catch the wasp as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a challenge it. There's actually a challenge to it too, where I think you can like if you catch 5 wasps in a row, you get like a Nook Mile like challenge done. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, it really helps. You just gotta be really fast on it too. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but yeah. Like I suggest to when you shake the tree with the net out, your villager will automatically turn to like what a wasp nest will land, and
Uh-huh.
then you just press A like really fast. Like by the time you like return to like the controls. But yeah, it's like hopefully
Uh-huh.
you can catch some wasps. Yeah, but otherwise. I don't know, like just shaking, but I don't know if shaking trees is going to be that helpful at all. I think just selling the fossils help way more. Or just do you like dig up the bells from the ground and then like plant it?
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot
Okay.
lately when I play. Yeah.
Okay. So that helps out too. There's also like, whenever in the Nook's Cranny, they have like a special day for like, where they buy your furniture at a higher cost.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like a crap ton of like materials. Yeah, I suggest maybe just use up most of those materials to like build the furniture and then sell it to Nook's Cranny when they're having like a bonus day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. So I also like stock up on the fish and bugs and then just wait for like CJ or Flick to come and then I just sell all the bugs and fish to them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do that too. But still, that's like a really slow way of making money in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still reliable. Yeah, over just shaking trees and planting the bells. uh,
Yeah.
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 So
I mean,
mhm.
different
I'm
strokes
just
for different folks, I guess.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, anyways, was like the vendors. I'm surprised that Cyrus is coming in, like, and he can like the Harvest Island has like exclusive customization too for like stuff that you can't customize on your own island.
Right.
Yeah, like they specifically shown the lighthouse, which can only be customized by Cyrus, rather than the lighthouse that you buy from the terminal, if I recall, the Nook Miles terminal. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then Katrina. I don't know who Katrina is. Like, okay, Bob, you talked about her. Who is she specifically? Like, was she in New Leaf? And if so, like, what sort of gameplay, like, bonuses does she provide?
Oh my goodness. Well, Katrina, honestly, she goes back even to the GameCube game. I don't admittedly don't know a ton about her because I didn't really get to see her as much, but every so often I would see her tent. I really only have like a superficial like understanding of what she does. Like basically go there to get a fortune. I think there was one time she said something like really amazing and like some kind of anvil or whatever anvil teapot fell on like my character's head and got dizzy. But yeah, that was probably in New Leaf, but Katrina is a character I remember seeing in the game. I still remember like seeing in the GameCube Animal Crossing. I had the Nintendo Power strategy guide, and on one of the pages it said, "Oh, Katrina comes on." I don't remember when, but I have again a very superficial like understanding of what she does. Aside from gives fortunes, and some of them are physically painful to the character.
Okay, I'm reading up to her wiki right now on the Animal Crossing wiki. In New Leaf, you don't get hit by the anvil or any like heavy object. Let's
Oh,
see.
okay.
Oh yeah, let me read this. In New Leaf, Katrina returns to having a tent once again and can be found at the plaza. She will tell the player a fortune for 500 bells. Instead of getting hit in the head with a heavy object, the player sits on their knees while Katrina tells the fortune. While telling the fortune, her tent temporarily disappears, and she and the recipient are surrounded by stars, or what Katrina calls the star matrix. After having received 20 fortunes, the fortune shop will be available as a public works project, where the fortune shop will be built next to the Dream Suite in Main Street. Uh,
Oh.
where the player is able to get to Katrina more frequently as in her tent. She is only available once a week. Okay, so I can yeah, I don't think she's gonna show up in like on your island. She's gonna definitely show up on Harv's Island.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But let's see. I'm trying to find out like if you get like actually any oh here we go, fortunes. The below fortunes are the responses given by Katrina to the player. Popular fortune upon love. Villagers of the opposite gender will take a liking to the player. Support fortune upon friendship. Villagers of the same gender will be supportive. Unpopular disaster upon love. Villagers will avoid the player. Lucky finances, fortune upon wealth. The player will earn and find more bells than normal. Lucky materials, fortune upon items. It will become easier to acquire rare items. Unlucky disaster upon health. The player will fall down and trip a lot. Huh. So yeah, it sounds like it's a really good sort of gamble in a
Mm-hmm.
way to like either just like make more money or have like villagers become friends with you faster,
Uh-huh.
or or quite the opposite.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be like a really good gambling with Katrina. So I can't wait until I get to like meet her. I just hope that I don't have to like pay for like a vendor spot on Hobbs Island. But
Yeah.
I guess I think I have to.
Yeah, I kind of have this. I'm wondering if the cost of one of those shops is it going to be kind of like the cost of building like a bridge or an incline, or do you think it's literally going to cost as much as like building a person a house on the island?
I actually don't know. Like the thing yeah, I'm just hoping that the grind wouldn't be as like insane or like a million bells per vendor or something. That's yeah, it took me a while to get up to a million. Um but I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see how much it'll cost.
Yeah, I mean, as for recent Cyrus, even though yeah, I'm glad that they get more of like a function through this update. They're not just taking wedding pictures. Admittedly, I kind of wish they would bring back their secondhand shop again from New Leaf because if I remember correctly, when you sell things, when players sold things at the secondhand shop, they would get more bells from them than they would from Tom Nook. So I don't know if that's like some. I mean, Nintendo said that this was going to be like the last major update for New Horizons, but I kind of wish they would
Yes.
bring that feature back.
Yeah, speaking of that, I had a weird feeling that like each quality of life feature was meant to come out like just on a like just like separately instead of like all together just one big package, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah, I thought yeah, but because of what hitting the entire world, uh
Mm-hmm.
like they had to like it affected development of course and they had to like put everything in just to one big package instead of
Yeah.
just like making sporadic yeah, which like probably doesn't help the fact that like a lot of people have been complaining that there's not much to do in New Horizons after like maybe 300 or 400 hours like after paying off all the loans. So yeah, that's what I'm guessing
Yeah.
because yeah, they
Which.
were very busy and maybe they were getting yelled at too by even though they were clearly working on the game a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of cuts to one of the biggest criticisms of the Animal Crossing franchise as a whole is when it feels like you've run out of things to do, you're basically just running around the island with nothing to do. Or even worse, like even been in like cases where I end up just doing the same stuff day after day, like go fishing, go to the roost, wake up tomorrow, go fishing, catch bugs. It just becomes like a job basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, like I noticed that my daily routine for like the past like maybe 3 months was
mhm.
to wake up, dig up fossils, get those fossils assessed, shake every tree, and hopefully I get like a furniture or a coin or a wasp, and
Uh-huh.
then dig up the bell, try to talk to everyone once so they won't hate me tomorrow. Check out the ATM and residential services, sell the fossils, and also hit every stone until I get like until I find the coin stone. And then yeah, and then that's like pretty much my routine. I don't visit the oh, Nick says, let's see. Honestly, I haven't bothered with building Katrina's fortune shop in New Leaf, and some people have compared the New Horizons to a gotcha game. Is that true? By some people, I mean some of my friends. Is New Horizons a gotcha game, Bobby?
I mean,
Uh,
because when I hear gotcha game, it reminds me of like a microtransaction. Like I associate the word gotcha with like microtransactions. So by that definition, no, I don't think so. I guess by that, like, and maybe Nick, you could correct me. Is it that feeling where it's like, oh, we'll give you a new feature, but you have to make a ton of bells to get the most out of it? It's like, if it's that kind of thing, me personally, I would say no. It's just that I'm looking for more stuff to do, basically.
yeah, it's technically not a gotcha game, but it does have like a lot of stuff has like a random chance, like either fishing or like trying to catch bugs or even trying to get like villagers to live on your island. Um, technically, the trading cards, the Amiibo trading cards, like of course you have to pay for it,
Yeah.
or or like pay for, or maybe just like pirate the Amiibos by like buying an NFC chip and then downloading it offline or downloading it on the internet and then like yeah. But the point being is that yeah, it is sort of a it's not technically a gotcha game, but it is definitely focused on random chance. And the
Yeah.
Amiibo cards are definitely like a shortcut that you have to like pay for, which is but it's sort of a microtransaction in that sense too. Yeah, but let's see. But yeah, a lot of stuff in Animal Crossing is very. Oh, Nick says, "Oh, I see. Mainly the trying to get villagers slash amiibo cards part. Yeah, and okay. I'm gonna like talk into further detail about the amiibo cards like once we get to it.
Uh huh.
So for now, let's see. I'm like trying not to go off track here, Bobby. yeah, I'm just like looking through the video, trying to go like through each step by step. Let's see. But yeah, like after, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about Amiibos like pretty soon. I'm gonna like rant about it a bit.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward
I
to it.
know.
I should have brought my popcorn.
Yeah. Let's see. So let's see, Cyrus, and then custom like that. Yeah, I'm just like looking through the video on my tablet.
Uh-huh.
Um, oh yeah. You also get exclusive hairstyles. From like who's that girl?
Harriet.
Harriet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a funny name. Sorry. Was she in any past games too?
Yeah,
Harriet.
I remember she was in Wild World. Yes, that was the first game she was in because in that one, she had like a styling, like hair salon in Tom Nook's Nookington store that people could go
Mhm.
into and spend. I think it was 3,000 bells to get their hair like changed to a different color, like white, orange, pink. That kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Except it was done in like a very cryptic way. You couldn't just say, "Oh, give me the orange or pink hairstyle." You had to say, "Oh, I want something radiant," or like those kind of adjectives where it's like I want something like cool or the names aren't coming to me right now, but that's what I think of when I think of like a Harriet's hair salon. I think she's made other appearances in other games, but her very first one in Wild World is like the one I always associate with Harriet.
Mhm.
Yeah, Nick said Harriet is the best girl. Don't at me. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's a strange thing to say, but yeah, sure, why not? Um, but yeah, speaking of the hairstyles, like they have introduced like more hairstyles, like I think a couple months ago.
Uh huh.
Especially hairstyles for like yeah, um just like way more hairstyles. So having Harriet come back and then just getting exclusive hairstyles from her just feels sort of redundant in a way. I'm sorry, Nick, but yeah, it just feels redundant because like I said, yeah, in the past they introduced new hairstyles. Like you just look in the mirror and then just change your hairstyle. So I don't see like the huge point
Yeah.
of bringing back Harriet. I don't know. Maybe she does something more that's like better than looking at a mirror. Hmm.
Yeah, maybe the game will like surprise us. I mean, I haven't messed around too much with like the hair like style changes in New Horizons, but I don't know. Maybe there will be surprises, or maybe they'll just have like Nintendo like style, like from other franchises. Like, oh, if you want like I don't know Zelda hair, or if you want like a ponytail like Samus, maybe. But I think I'm just kind of stretching it. So maybe they'll surprise.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. So after Harriet, they announced stretching, Bobby. Like
Oh,
morning stretching, which is like I feel like that's a Japanese thing. Like I've seen that a lot of TV shows and movies, like we're set in like Japan, where every
uh-huh.
morning they just do like morning stretches
Mm-hmm.
together as like a big group. So having
Yeah.
this in the game is like it feels it looks kind of weird, but that's because that's the American in me talking. Like I've never seen that kind of thing before. Um, but it does make sense to get people like prepped up and ready for the day,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of physical activity going on.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
again, the
yeah.
cynic in me. So again, this is what I meant when I said, "Oh, some of the features reminded me of things to do in the GameCube game." Because in the GameCube game, they had one of the characters do a thing where it's like they would do because there was like a fountain in the GameCube game where everybody would do like the aerobics and the stretching. I'm doing a horrible impression. A part that kind of cracks me up was that in the game, if one of the characters, not necessarily the player characters, if one of the NPCs did it wrong, they would be like in shock where it's like, and then they would be like
Mhm.
panicking, like, oh man, like I screwed up, and they just go back to doing the stretch. So maybe that there is more of a function in it. I mostly just kind of enjoyed for more of like the comedic sort of aspect.
Well, the stretching you can they said that you can use Joy-Cons
Uh huh.
to like go along with the movement. So
Oh,
maybe that like
okay.
sort of your character, if you mess up your stretching like by violently shaking your Joy-Con, and then maybe it can make your character fall over, and that's gonna surprise every villager. Yeah.
Or at
So
least just, or maybe the character will just be like kind of like the GameCube game where it's like, oh, no, what do I do?
yeah,
And then just go back
yeah,
to doing the stretches.
yeah. So it's another good sentiment to have, like especially for a game where you have to like sort of work a lot.
Uh huh.
So just starting off your day, just doing like stretches. Um, it's a really good sentiment, and and I don't mind it being like a good permanent feature for the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
likewise.
yeah. All right. So next one. This one is. I heard that some people say that this is like one of the best, or just a really good quality of life feature, and it's the Ordinance. Let's see, Beautiful Island Ordinance, Early Bird Ordinance, Night Owl Ordinance, Bell Boom Ordinance. Huh. I wonder what that is. But um, someone mentioned to me online that Night Owl Ordinance is like just the time ordinance is a really good thing. Like if you do the Night Owl Ordinance, villagers will only come out at night. Like they would wake up like later in the day
Uh huh.
rather than like being somewhat absent at night. So yeah, that's a good thing because maybe some people out there like in the real world they have like they're just so busy in like in the middle of the day or in the morning they can only play the game at night and then they just want to interact with their favorite characters. So but they're sleeping. So it's
Yeah.
better if they if set up the ordinance for them to wake up at night. Um, but yeah, I like that a lot. What do you think of it, Bobby?
Yeah, I don't know too much about the ordinances. I heard about things like you could also have like the residents get up in the morning. My favorite is probably one of the ordinances is you can reduce the rate of the weeds growing around town, which is nice because a part of I would say one of the things to do in the game is try to make the game look good. And even though the weeds can be useful as something to sell to um Nook's Cranny, it's still kind of a hassle just to kind of like, go around and like pick every single one. I remember this is just turning into like a nostalgic stream for me, but like it just kind of brings back like very like kind of awkward memories of Wild World where I'm picking up like weeds to try to clean up the town and it just takes forever. And in New Horizons it's even more kind of I guess a bit more like stressful or inconvenient because not only you could pluck them out of the ground, but they also by default they go in your pocket. So it's like if you collect too many of them, they just start filling up your pockets, and then oh no, what do I do? So I do like the idea of the ordinances.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out too. Okay, let's see. What else did you announce after that? Expanding your storage from like 2,400 max up to 5,000. And thank goodness that
Hmm.
they're upping it again. I do have a feeling that we have to pay Tom Nook way more bells.
Of
Uh
course.
just to yeah. Just to upgrade it, but it's still a really good thing.
Uh huh.
Not much to say about it. Like yeah, not much to say about it on my end. How about you, Bobby? Anything to say about like expanded storage?
Other than, well, it's nice. I guess what I will say is I'm kind of surprised. When they say storage, they're talking about like the storage at home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind
We're
of
gonna delve into like the storage, like you could, the outside storage. We're gonna talk about that like once we get to it. Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Notice that Nick
Yeah.
said Weeds as Sellable Islands is gonna be weird when I finally get the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
for more reasons than I'm, saying
Yeah.
verbally. But I mean, it's kind of nice to have in terms of it's another thing I could sell to Tom Nook, but more in the sense of every bell counts rather than like, oh, if I have like a pocket full. That sounded really wrong, but it's like, oh,
You
if I have a pocket
can.
fill, I could sell like get 100,000 bells. That
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
even worse. But it's more of like I get it, but it's still kind of annoying.
You can sell the weeds to Leaf for like twice the price compared to like selling it to the at Nook's Cranny.
Uh huh.
Like that's what I do. I just like Well, sometimes I just keep a lot of weeds because sometimes like I gotta the usable in crafting. So
Oh
in
yeah,
case if
yeah,
I
of
like need
course.
to, yeah. So yeah, I suggested to if you want to sell the weeds, you gotta sell it to Leaf, no matter what. So it's like the fish and bugs. Um, Sell it to the vendor who's gonna pay more for it than the vendor who's gonna pay less of it. Yeah,
Yeah, aka Tom Nook.
yeah. So anyways, the next feature they announced is let's see, custom fencing and a Flash, pro construction license, pro decorating, pro camera, and island life 101, and be a chef. So yeah, the next one they announced is like get cooking with do it yourself recipes.
Uh-huh.
Which yeah, and oh my god, this is like the most welcome feature to have in a game because
Yes.
now they introduce like way more vegetables and an actual like cooking too.
Yeah, basically the character can become a farmer, if you will.
Yeah, Bobby. And you saw like my island like actually have like a couple farms, like a or just mainly like an app like a tree farm and like a small farm like nearby next to my house.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, thankfully, like I actually get to do something with that spot
Yeah, with all those
instead of
vegetables
just
they
planting
announced.
trees. Yeah, yeah. Like and you saw like my ramen shop, which I use like hats just to make the I use hats just to like have that sort of like illusion of effect of like that the ramen shop sells food. So
Yeah, oh,
thankfully
I
I can actually
see.
cook the food now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I don't need to trick people by using hats. Um
Yeah.
oh, this
I
kitchen looks
mean,
really good.
yeah, I'm wondering if the cooking is going to serve like another functional purpose because in the game, if you eat like the fruits, like the oranges and pears, they give the character like the ability to like chop down or like not chop down trees, but like dig them up with the shovels. So, I'm
Yeah, you can do that in this game too. You just eat like maybe an apple or orange or cherry, and then you can like either destroy a stone or dig up a tree. And that's just
yeah.
pretty much like the only things you can do. Um But this one, they did show off that like if you eat a meal, you get like 5 points of food. Like
Oh,
if you
okay,
eat,
yeah.
yeah. Like just to clarify, if you just eat an apple, you get 1 point of food, and then when you dig up a tree, it just uses that 1 point.
Right.
But if you eat a meal, you get like 5 points. So that means you get like five actions to do of like either destroying a stone or digging up a tree.
Mhm.
And if you want to get rid of all of those points without digging up any tree or destroying any stone, you sit on a toilet. And I am not joking.
Uh-huh.
You sit on a toilet and just wait for the points to go down.
Oh, that's what it is. Because I remember there was one time. This is gonna sound TMI. Like I had my character go to the toilet, and I heard a buh 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 sound, and at first I thought my character's taking a dump, but it's like that's what that sound is. It's the points.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
okay,
definitely. Yeah.
okay,
It just
okay. So
feels it
that's what
just
it
seems kind of
is.
strange too. Just eating an apple and then you go to a toilet and just like you just get an empty bladder that fast. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, they thought about
Video
everything in this game.
games
So
are weird, Bobby.
like way
Video
too
games are really
much.
weird. They
Yeah.
don't pay attention to the human body that well. But
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like anyways, I can't wait to cook the food and hopefully like these food I can just like put them up just for like as for decoration and doesn't like grow moldy or anything
Mhm.
or
Oh
like get like
God.
ants on it if I leave it on the ground. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Or I can like maybe like cook some food and give it to my villagers and they'll like me more. Yeah. I hope
Oh
that's the thing
yeah,
too.
like I could see that too. Like if, because I remember the other day, one of the characters came up to me asking, "Hey, can you catch this kind of fish?" So I could see that being a thing where it's like, "Hey, can you cook me, let's just say the spaghetti, for instance?" And like, oh,
Hmm.
that person likes you more now.
Yeah. Um but yeah, I can't wait for the food to come in. Okay. Let's see what else they announced. Pro decorating, which is a really interesting thing if I was someone who has like who has good decorating skills in this game. Like you can put stuff on a ceiling
Uh huh.
and maybe and also like put a wall accent like just a wallpaper on a single wall, which yeah, It just makes your room like look a bit better.
Uh-huh.
I'm not good with like house decorations, which is why I think you've been inside my house in the game, Bobby, and of course it doesn't look good at all. Like in a way, yeah. Because yeah, I don't, I don't have a lot of furniture, and I'm not a good decorator. But yeah, but this one just opens up a lot of creative opportunities. And I've been to your house, Bobby, like a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Your house is it is what it is. Like, has your house changed recently, or has it like
Yeah, no,
originally looked the
it
same? Yeah.
honestly hasn't much.
Okay.
But yeah, but I guess it's a nice feature. I don't really, admittedly, I don't really pay attention much to like the house decorating features.
Mhm.
Lately, I've been doing more like kind of like ever since our last stream, I've been like trying to set up like sports parks in the town and things
Mhm.
like that and a raceway. But yeah, that's where much of my attention has been going to.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see what else they announced. They increased the number of bridges and inclines you can build on the island,
Oh,
and went up from like 8 to now 10. So you can build up to like 10 of each bridge or incline, which is yeah, it's pretty cool
uh-huh.
because a lot of people like I've seen on YouTube videos like the islands, they have like a lot of bridges and inclines. Like it's crazy. They have that
Mm-hmm.
much money.
Must
Dang.
be super rich.
Yeah, probably like the stock market. They also announced like more fencing, more fences, which yeah, looks pretty good. Like looks pretty great. Because I'm getting tired of like my Zen fences.
Uh-huh.
So having like bamboo fences and the green bamboo fence, it helps to open up a lot more like creativity on my island. Well, they even have like snow fencing. Huh.
Oh,
You
okay.
can also yeah, you can also customize the color of your fences too, which is
Uh-huh.
pretty cool. Mhm. Do you use fences on your island, Bobby?
Mostly for like my house or like when my sister plays, she's put like fencing around her house, but that's about it. Might be
Okay.
something that I should probably try because like I've seen
Mhm.
the kind of fencing that like people do with their towns. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The next thing that you announced after that is a pro camera app, which it means that you can now use the camera up to your villager to up to your character's eye level, which is it's like another angle to do like, and also to make the to see the world from like your villager's eyes, like a first person type of way, which is
Uh-huh.
pretty nice. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. It's just I just think it looks nice, and I think it's like another good way to have like to just take pictures, like,
Yeah.
and also getting up close and personal with like your favorite character too. Um, yeah, that's I don't have much to say about that. Do you?
No, not really.
Okay, okay, let's move on. um, custom design patterns. Patterns for clothing. You can just wear a top, or you can use it as a flooring and wallpaper. Custom patterns. Yeah, I don't have much to say. It's
Nope.
like,
Nope.
nope. Okay, top four fabulous hairstyles. One was like a bun, and another one that makes you look like Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. More colors and a bob haircut. Or yeah, I don't have much to say about this either.
Nope.
I just hope that there's no controversy behind the new hairstyles, and like what happened with this other person who called these hairstyle space buns. And then she got doxxed and canceled on Twitter.
Oh god.
Yeah. You know what doxing means, right, Bobby?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. So she got harassed because she mistakenly called like what some people say is a black hairstyle, but she
Uh-huh.
called it hair buns. And then those people they decried it, they called it racist for calling that hairstyle space buns. And then yeah, it's like a Twitter moment. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Like just trying to ruin her life over a video game hairstyle. Oh my god. Let's move on. New reactions notebook. Stretching, jamming, listening ears. Yeah, not much to say about this one.
Yeah, other than
Yeah.
like stretching is probably going to come in handy for those aerobics.
hmm Yeah. And the Island Life 101 is pretty much like a tip, like a yeah, just pretty much like tips about what to do on your island. And yeah, that's just it's a simple like feature or something. I guess to help out people who are new to the game.
Yeah.
hmm
I
Yeah,
mean, maybe it might come in handy for those days where it's like, I'm not sure what to do.
yeah. And let's see, what else they announced? New furniture. Bible with Nook Miles. Okay, speaking of Nook Miles, like having more stuff to do with it is a good thing because like I think a lot of people have racked up so many Nook Mile points because like maybe some people they don't want to like go traveling like use doll a lot,
Uh
so
huh.
just those Nook Miles tickets they just get like stacked up. So I think I have like about 40 or 50,000 of it.
Oh
Some people
wow.
have like maybe some people maybe have like I don't know 100,000 by this point, but I don't know. But yeah, having like more furniture and also using having Kapp'n like traveling,
Mhm.
yeah, it really helps a lot just to waste these Nook Mile tokens. And the new furniture for it like you can buy a carnival stuff like a Ferris wheel or merry-go-round or like a teacup ride or a
Yeah.
game stand. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is pretty yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah. Like I might because I've been thinking about like trying to make an amusement park in my island. I just need to find out yeah, I just need to like just clear out some space on my island a bit. hmm
Yeah, it's probably a
Yeah.
good idea. Like my sister actually set up a teacup island in our like a copy of the game, so
hmm
I'm curious if there's even more like kind of things to add.
hmm Yeah. And they also announced like a really good quality of life feature, a storage shed, which you can buy from or with Nook Mile tokens or tickets. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, storage shed where you can like put it like anywhere on your island, and then you can access it and then put like stuff from your inventory into that shed,
Uh-huh.
which of course the storage shares the same storage with your house. So it's a really good quality of life feature because like sometimes my pockets get full, so I don't run back all the way back home just to
Mhm.
empty it out and then just run back out and like catch more bugs and fish.
Yeah.
So this is like a really good feature to have, and I
Mhm.
can't wait to like spam my island with like various sheds. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of like the storage shed from New Leaf, but much more accessible,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. They also have like the ATM or they call it the ABD, which the terminal from in residential areas. Now you can buy the terminal with a Nook Mile tickets and then place it anywhere on your island, which is
Oh,
also another
that's
good quality of
nice.
life feature. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's only just to make a deposit or whatever. So basically, like just put it next to the Nook's cranny whenever if you want to like sell some stuff and then deposit your money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's really convenient.
Mhm. Yeah. Now they announced other new features to living. New KK slider songs are coming, like KK polka um and whatnot. They also announced a music box. You know what a music box is, right? It's like
Is it? Yeah,
that
like
little golden cylinder thing that like moves around and it goes like ding 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 ding, like something like that.
yeah, 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 I
Yeah,
know. Is it basically like is it going to be like a music box version of KK songs where instead
yeah.
of yeah, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
which is
wondering
it's
that.
pretty cool. Yeah, just to have that sort of feature. And hmm. Are you watching a video too? Like, or no? Because I'm just like going through my tablet, just like trying to cut through
I
the yeah.
I actually just wrote down the highlights on like my list of
Oh,
notes.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, after KK Slider, they announced. Well, yeah. Speaking of KK Slider, like you said, I am disappointed that he isn't coming to the Roost just to like play every night.
Mm-hmm.
because just having KK Slider in the roost and also like maybe just playing or like maybe I maybe hopefully I can drink coffee with him because he just seems a type of dog to drink coffee just to like
Yeah.
relax.
I
Yeah, but I
mean,
do wish like he would play in the roost just like in the previous games. Mhm.
yeah,
They
especially
say like
in
yeah.
Wild World, and I think City Folk, like he was playing songs in the cafe. The closest I can say that in New Leaf, he is sometimes a customer who would come and ask for coffee, so I could see him coming to the cafe and say, "Oh, I'm just here chilling out, drinking a coffee." So I could see them adding a feature where you go in and you can sit down and drink some coffee with him.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, I just hope that he comes back. Or no, he probably not. He's probably not coming back in the roost. Um, let's see what else they announced after the new songs. Oh yeah, the gyroids, which a lot of people love for some reason. I think they look kind of weird, but yeah, a lot of people love gyroids.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't
like
know. Every time I come across them in like the past games, I'm just like, oh, another thing to sell to Tom Nook. Like 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 for people watching, if you like gyroids, that's all well and good. I read somewhere that I think they were inspired by like terracotta like design, so they have like historical inspiration, and I get that. It's just, admittedly, I'm a little creeped out by them. Like I remember in like the Animal Crossing, the GameCube game, they would just like sit in people's houses and make like random and sudden like yeah, get him, get him, like those kind of sounds, and I'm just like, I just want to hear KK music. So it's not my cup of tea. So hey, but Nick is a fan of gyroids.
I mean, the thing is with gyros, like they're gonna be buried underground. So if you want to do like your usual fossil selling run
Yeah,
and you dig up a gyroid, I wonder how much they'll like cost when you're trying to sell it at Nook's Cranny compared to like say a fossil. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean they're just and plus I think you could do gyroids to give it to Brewster, I think, and then what he gives you like money or coffee beans or something like in
No,
the
like
previous.
basically, like the nice thing about the gyroids is you don't have to go to blathers to identify the particular kind of gyroid.
Mhm.
The game will just straight up tell you, "Oh, it's this kind," and it'll be like, "Okay." Like, at least to me, I just be like,
Yeah,
"Okay, sure," and I sell them at Nook's Cranny. Nick
yeah.
said, "I just like collecting the gyroids, tbh, but they are pretty creepy." And yeah, that's the thing I could see the appeal, because they all have like different designs and like different like kind of color um schemes, so I could see why people will want to collect them all. I actually wouldn't be shocked if people like they expand their houses and have rooms dedicated to collecting the gyroids, so I could see
And
something like
and
that.
plus the gyros can like sing along to the music that's playing. So you just put like every music in the house like some sort of creepy song, and then
Uh-huh.
every room you go into is like really creepy for some reason because of the gyros just like singing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's a cool feature to have, even though it is a bit weird, and it's nice that you can also customize them too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for like nostalgic sake, I remember, I think the gyroids were used in the GameCube version. They like some of them would be like sitting outside the house and they could like save the game or something like that. They served that kind of
Mhm.
feature, but in the later games they're mostly like decorative kind of characters. So I mean, I get the nostalgic sentiment. I could see why people want to collect them. It's just, I think we're kind of in the boat of, yeah, just another thing to sell.
Yeah. All right, so the next thing we should talk about are new items at Nook's Cranny. Yeah, not much to say about it. Though they did show off that you can buy a gaming computer or gaming yeah, a gamer desk. It's like a bunch of monitors and a stereo and headphones.
Ooh,
So that's pretty
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to say about new items at Nook's Cranny. Though let's see. Oh, yeah. You can also buy like a recipe to put in permanently placed ladders, which is quite possibly the greatest quality of life feature they could give.
Uh huh.
Because you know how like you want to climb up like cliffs, but then you have to use a lot. You have to like going in inventory and then take out your ladder and then like climb up and down it and then like remove the ladder from your hands, and it's just kind of like a repetitive in a way. So having
Yeah.
these permanently placed ladders is like great, so much helpful. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. Another quality of life feature is to shimmy in like tight spaces in your house, which is yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like especially since like my house, I have like a kitchen, and then like it's just so difficult trying to like squeeze in to like just trying to maneuver past everything. So yeah, so having like this sort of shimmy in your house is yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to navigate tight spaces. Um and speaking of which, in that segment, they also showed the return of the fan favorite Froggy Chew.
Yeah, I saw like Nintendo Life was posting a link. I was like, what's with people's interest in the Froggy chair? I mean,
I have no idea. Because
I don't know. Like, yeah.
like people made a meme about it. It was like, why? It's just a chew. Like, is it because of the design, or is it because like it's looks
Like,
weird? Like what?
or are people hoping, like, I don't know this for sure, but is it that there is, because I know in, like, well, really all the Animal Crossing games, like, is there going to be, like, more Froggy furniture, or is it just that people are like,
Yeah,
they like the quirky design?
yeah. Like I've seen some fan art on about the Froggy chair too. Like I saw Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion
Eh,
just like holding his head and sitting on the Froggy chair like he's in distress.
Oh
And
my
I saw another fan art of like Master Chief looking all sad, like his head is down,
god.
and he's sitting on the like Froggy chair, and clearly the Froggy chair is too small for him.
Uh-huh.
So just yeah. And then I saw a GIF of a realistic frog, or a
Uh-huh.
real frog sitting, no, sitting like a normal human, and someone like edited that frog to look like he's sitting on the Froggy chair.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it just looks so yeah, like I guess people really, really love the Froggy Chew for
I
some reason.
guess. I mean,
Um,
Nick, you it appears to like it too, and you were like, "Oh yeah, the Froggy chair, OMG, the Shinji meme." I mean, did you collect the Froggy chair in a past Animal Crossing game, Nick? I honestly didn't even know that was a thing because I was just like on Facebook and I saw Nintendo Life was like, "Hey, the Froggy chair is back," and it's like, why are people talking about at this? So I don't
yeah,
know.
it's just yeah, it's so weird. Let's see, especially just the fan art around it. It's just like but yeah, like once the update comes out and I have a chance to get the Froggy Chew,
Uh-huh.
maybe I just like might decorate my house with it, or just like have some sort of like a satanic like ritual or something with like a frog in
Like
the on the
somebody,
floor, and just and got like maybe just like multiple froggy chairs around it.
yeah, like what,
Yeah,
performing an exorcism with the froggy chair?
yeah. And
Sure.
then also like and also maybe like a frog like catch from like the pond, just like in like just the and it's like sitting in like the middle
Yeah.
of the froggy chairs. Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. Oh yeah, let's see.
Hey. See. Oh. Oh, I see. Shinji is like, yeah, sitting all sad on the froggy chair. What did
Yeah.
Nick say? I haven't collected the froggy chair, but if I get the chance, I'll get it. Yeah, sure. I might just get it just for laughs because everybody's talking up, like all the Animal Crossing fans are talking about it.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just a fan art around it. I'm trying to find the other fan art of like a realistic frog sitting on a chair. Um, oh, someone made the froggy chair dance,
Froggy chair dance?
and also someone made like a jump scare froggy chair or something. Okay. Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god! Like,
What's up with the
people
memes
are
around it?
all like, like, where are all these ideas of the Froggy chair coming from? It's just like,
Yeah, and let's
like,
see.
what's next? Froggy chair creepypasta?
I want to be surprised if that came out. I mean, yeah,
Oh.
I really want to be surprised. Let's see. I remember posting something on a Discord I usually post in. Let's see. But yeah, God damn it. See, I'm trying to find the GIF. So yeah, oh, here we go.
Oh, a realist. Yeah, yeah, the realistic
It's not even a
looking.
realistic frog. It's actually a real frog. They just like cut
Uh,
out the frog from the GIF, and then just yeah, like just put him on the chair.
wait. Nick said the Froggy chair dance. Lol. What? Do you like? I don't know. Is that something that you could show, or is it like on YouTube or what?
Froggy chair creepypasta. What?
Like,
What do you mean? Oh yeah. There's also yeah the Froggy Chair Master Chief. I remember someone making that in Source Filmmaker. Froggy Chair Thanos. Thanos sitting on a Froggy Chair.
Thanos sitting on the Froggy chair.
Yeah, something like that. That's okay, I guess. Huh. Let's see. Also, let's see. Froggy Chair SFM. Yeah, Source Filmmaker. Oh, someone didn't. Oh, here we go. Bobby.
Yeah, I see. Master Chief sitting on the Froggy chair. What's with like they're putting all these like characters when they're sad on the Froggy chair?
I don't know. It's like it just looks kind of weird. There's also the squid kid sitting on a froggy chair.
Yeah, the Inkling girl sitting on the Froggy chair again, looking kind of sad.
Yeah. And also
Samus?
no, Doom guy
Oh,
sitting on
Doom
a
Guy.
froggy
Oh,
chair.
okay. The color
And
palette was kind of throwing me off, but yeah. Okay. Doom Slayer sitting on a Froggy chair.
yeah. And also let's see. Come on. And let's see, Lego guy. Oh, here's a different reaction. Just Isabel sitting on a froggy chair like
Isabel.
normal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
easily the happiest character to sit in the Froggy chair.
Yeah, which is fine. But yeah, that's a weird like announcement to make. Like
Like,
I thought the Froggy Show was already in the game, so I was surprised to see people's reactions to it online. Just like I was just reading the chat and people were saying, "Oh my God, Froggy Show! Like it's the return of the king. It's the return of a legend." Which okay, like
yeah, I'll never
I I, I
understand.
I think I'm getting too old for these memes now because if I don't understand a meme anymore, then yeah, I'm getting too old.
Yeah, same.
Okay, Froggy Cheer news aside, the next feature they announced like more stuff to do with your residents, which these residents can now invite you to their home if you talk to them like outside, like while they're walking about in a village,
Uh-huh.
or they can barge into your house and just like so they can hang out with you.
Oh, yeah, sort of
Yeah,
like the past games. Did they say anything
yeah.
about like the return of swap meets, or is it just people like showing up?
I think there's mainly people showing up, and then you can just hang out with them in your house. Which yeah, I am surprised they haven't done this sooner because like yeah, just I think I like do the villagers only show up in your house like only on your birthday or something, or is it just like they only show up actually yeah, I don't ever recall them like ever showing up in my house at all.
Yeah, no, not in New
Yeah, this is
Horizons.
so yeah, this is a nice thing. Though those Anka memes just write themselves with this one when they if she ever shows up in your house. You heard about that, right? The Anka meme?
I don't even know what an Anka meme is.
Okay, don't look it up. It's not safe for work. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, it's just really weird. It's like it was a huge meme like 2 weeks ago
Uh-huh.
or 3 weeks ago. Like people, yeah, and yeah, I guess that's it for the free updates. Like they said that this is gonna be the last free major update, which
Uh-huh.
is it's kind of disappointing. Um, like yeah, there's a lot of like quality of life features and new stuff to do,
Mm-hmm.
but like this is like one of the best selling games for the Nintendo Switch, and they just like kind of just dropping like some support for it.
Yeah.
Like okay, yeah.
Oh
See,
yeah.
Nick knows what I'm talking about. Oh my god,
Oh
no, the
no,
Anka
I'm
memes.
already getting old.
Do you want me to explain it to you, Bobby? It's really not safe for work. Okay, no, Ross.
Explain,
Okay,
but
good.
don't like show me anything.
Okay, it's basically like a sort of fake out picture. Like Anka just looks in a safe for work version. Anka just looks serious. She has her arms crossed and she's like looking down on the like viewer.
Uh-huh.
But what she's actually doing, Bobby, she's on a character and it's a POV shot. And it's very not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm
And yeah, and you kind of know where I'm going with this, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. It's just like the meme it just went off because like it's like a fake out meme. Like some people were like, oh my god, the cat is not dancing, the cat is actually doing something else. So yeah,
yeah, I see what you mean, but
yeah.
yeah.
Animal Crossing fans are just weird people, man. They're just weird between the space buns and the Anka memes and like buying Raymond, buying
Uh-huh.
like paying extra money
And
for
the
Raymond.
froggy
Just, like
chair.
Animal Crossing community, they're just weird people, Bobby. They're weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Uh
Okay.
Nick has a
Uh,
question for you.
did I see the Gora YouTuber Gora Guar, the VTuber version? I've seen like maybe a preview picture of it, but I haven't seen like the full version because one, I am not a pervert, and um, two is like I don't know. I might check it. I might have to check it out. Yeah, but not immediately at this time because I do not want to. I think it might be not safe for work at all. So let's just move on from this discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, after all the free content updates, now they announced something like a huge surprise to people, which is the return of the Happy Home Designer. But now it's a vacation designer for, yeah, it's a vacation designer and you get to like work on it, which,
Yeah, and it's paid
no,
DLC now. It's not its own game.
yeah, I'm kind of surprised too because like, so a lot of people assumed that there wasn't going to be any paid DLC for Animal Crossing because one, it's a kids game, so having like sort of a restriction or something for kids is like kind of a big no-no.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, but this one, yeah, it took me by surprise. Like, but it's also like a very huge expansion too. It's not like a simple DLC with like just new villages and whatnot. No, it's an actual new game in itself. Like, of course, there was Happy Home Designer on the Nintendo 3DS, and that was like a separate game, but it could have easily been like a DLC. So this one was like, yeah, a sort of follow up to that 3DS game, but now only as a DLC, which I don't mind, to be honest, because the DLC does go back to like the base game. Um, Nick asks, honestly, I don't get why Raymond was in such high demand. Raymond, like some people, yeah, I don't understand either, but some people thought or like think that like because Raymond has like different eye colors and also like looks serious and is in a business suit, then that's why like a lot of people like him just because he looks professional.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the gist of it. Um, Happy Home Designer or whatever it's called is a separate game on Switch. I'm talking about like what was his actual title called?
So I
Happy
think
Vacation Designer
what was
or
it? It
no Happy
was
Home Paradise. Okay,
yeah, Happy
Happy
Home
Home
Paradise.
Paradise. Happy Home Paradise is an expansion pack to New Horizons. Happy Home Designer is a separate game on the 3DS, and it came out like I think 2 years ago. Two
I
years
don't
after
remember
New Leaf.
either.
Yeah. Happy Home Designer came out like 2 years after New Leaf, I think, and a lot of people they sort of liked it, but also like they thought it was like sort of unnecessary because it's not a real Animal Crossing game in a sense. I don't know. But Happy Home Paradise being like DLC that ties back to the base game is so much better in the end because it's just like you get a lot of bonuses and whatnot for like just between Paradise and your base game, which we can delve into right now. So like pretty much it's a DLC for those who really love customization.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's also like new characters too, like a whale and a monkey, which it's pretty cool. And the gameplay, basically you talk to like these new villagers or like these new vacation residents, and just build like a house and the outside yard tailored to the interest, like a sort of like yeah, vacation rental.
But yeah,
You pick the
vacation house.
island. Yeah. You pick the island, either like something next to the beach or like a little island of sorts, or like in a desert, or like in a like a fall island or in the winter. And yeah, you just select the home for them, customize that home, and yeah, just pretty much the gist of it. But also you can do like a lot more so with that interior design. And I think you get like more points or something. The more you customize your house and make it look fancier. Like yeah, just pretty much it's just for those who really enjoy customizing their like houses and whatnot. But and it adds like so much more content too, like just new furniture and new like gameplay features that even ties back to the base game.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say about it except
Yeah, I don't either. I've never played the 3DS game. When they announced the DLC, I just kind of had that sort of okay sort of
yeah.
attitude. So yeah,
Actually,
because
one of the features they just announced that kind of bothers me is like the outside design of like how you can customize the outside of the person's yard. Like you know what I'm talking about, right, Bobby? You go on a grid and then you can like plop down like trees and fences without like needing to place a fence like every like manually. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you place it on a grid, like similar to like placing furniture within your house.
yeah,
Yeah, like a overhead view. Yeah. So this is the feature like I kind of wanted in the base game in the first place, but they never included it. But because I think it might be like too difficult for kids. Like yeah, you can how do I describe it? Like let's say you want to create like fences or a pathway. Well then, or yeah, if you want to create a pathway, you gotta open up the construction menu, and
hmm
then you gotta like pull up the pathway menu, and then you gotta like lay down like a single square of a path like every grid of like the island or something, or like each part of like the ground. Yeah. And this one, yeah, you go in the overhead view and it's like so much faster to do. Excuse me.
bless you.
Um, thanks. And yeah, it's like customization in Happy Home Paradise just looks so much better than the base game, which I'm surprised that it's not coming to the base game, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm, because like customizing like your island itself just takes so much time. So doing this and the DLC is like it just cuts down a lot of like customization time, which is yeah, just I wish. But so it's disappointing that it's not coming to the base game. But the new thing that's coming to the game, or like the what's it called, the counters and the wall partitions, and also increasing the size of the interior, which is it's pretty cool, yeah. Especially creating like wall partitions to
Uh-huh.
like make the rooms look make the rooms look separate too. Like that clip where that person is building like that kangaroo's house, and the finished product just looks so much cooler than than just like a normal looking like open space house. Yeah. Like some people online, they said that they've been using the mountain climbing walls as a wall partition
Uh-huh.
to separate out the rooms. So yeah. And of course, and also customizing the soundscapes in the houses too, to make a room to make it sound like the ocean or construction or jungle or like space or like just a bunch of people talking. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, Bobby, what do you make of this Happy Home Paradise so far? Like, would you buy it even though it's like $25?
Yeah, not really. Like, I think it's because, like, I don't really get into, like, all the. It's weird as somebody who's played Animal Crossing for, like, nearly 2 decades, but I don't really get into the whole customization thing. I think I play it more so for, like, the character interactions or getting to buy
Yeah.
really cool stuff for Bells. So when they announced it, I was just kind of like, yeah, okay, sure. Like, I'm sure people who
Yeah.
liked. I mean, I do. Well, no, I've never played Happy Home Designer. Even my sister, like, we have the game, but I think she only touched it once and didn't really get into it. So I was just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, and like I said for myself, I'm not really like a home designer guy. I'm just
Yeah.
like I just go with the flow of what I want to make. Um, I think mainly because like my character, my game, like I don't have enough bells to buy a crap ton of furniture
hmm
at my disposal and just like do whatever I want. I think for this one, like everything is like sort of free, but you don't really get to use it in a way. Like it's not your house. You're just customizing it for someone else. So I guess that like sort of free form customization would help a lot with a lot of creatives instead of being limited by just finances.
Yeah.
So yeah. And speaking of finances, can I just say it's weird to work in a job and then getting paid with store credit instead of getting paid with actual money?
Yeah,
So
that's
so
off.
basically so basically after you're done working, Lottie gives you this currency called Poki, which you can only use on furniture in their store.
Uh huh.
And you can't use it on your own island. And Poki is just pretty much store currency. You have you ever heard of something called corporate towns, Bobby? A corporate town,
No, but I'm kind of getting
like
weird vibes.
like in the early 1900s, corporate towns was like for people who couldn't travel for work, so they live in a corporate town, and they had to like, and they get paid with like this thing called scripts, like instead of just actual money, and then they had to use those scripts to buy like goods and like merchandise at like the grocery store and whatnot. But those prices are handled by the corporations, so therefore, like those working in the corporations or those working for the corporations, the small workers, um, they will never have enough money to like make a to move up in the social ladder, so they'll just like stay within that sort of they'll just like basically be working to the bone to that corporation forever or something. But
Hmm.
this one, like, of course, obviously, like you just work for this interior company, but it just seems weird that you don't get paid with like bells. You just
Yeah,
get paid with
that's
store
odd.
credit. Yeah, like it's like yeah, it seems kind of weird. Uh, but it is nice that they actually have like exclusive furniture for the DLC. And but yeah, it just seems like I couldn't just pay with like bells pretty much. Let's see what else you got. Islands. Oh yeah, you can also. It also ties back to the base game where you can once you customize enough like houses for the for the people vacationing at that place, you can use your skills and then customize like a residence house on your
Oh, I
island.
see.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, but because like some of the houses I've seen in my game, some of the villages houses are kind of boring. Same small square space and also like just very simplistically designed in a way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The and you can also customize schools and restaurants too in the DLC.
Yeah, I read that.
And yeah, yeah. And people in the villages, they actually look like they're studying or like eating at a restaurant. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, that reminds me. They also announced like new villagers too. Uh, just for this DLC, but I think they can live on your island too, which is like a really really cool thing they've done. They announced this like sort of goat Japanese thing. Yeah, Japanese goat. Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. Um, but yeah, she's not in like the base game at this moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Um, and I think they also did announce the Amiibo cards for her too. But yeah, you can also connect online, like connecting with like other people who's made like other stuff or yeah, their own vacation houses. So that's pretty cool. This DLC looks great, but yeah, not for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but I think maybe something I can do to try to like flex my creative muscles, but I don't know.
Yeah, it has its
Huh?
appeal to like, especially because I see all those people who make those really like creative towns. Like I've seen like people on Instagram make their Animal Crossing island into
Hmm.
making it look like a Japanese city. So I could see like people who have a lot of fun like designing these like vacation homes, or I could see why people would have fun designing these vacation homes and cafes. But like I said, it's not really up my street either.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I just hope that has like a sort of infinite amount of Oh, I'm still here, DW. Just don't have anything to say right now from Nick. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Nick, I do have to ask, like, because I've been talking a lot. Nick, what do you think about the Happy Home Paradise? Like, would you buy it? Like I do have a feeling that it might come bundled with the game, like just only as a digital, yeah, just only digitally bundle. Um, but physical, I don't know if it's gonna be physical, like together, like a Animal Crossing New Horizons complete edition or something. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
I
it's definitely
mean,
gonna be a bundle.
if they did, it would kind of be like what Nintendo did with New Super Luigi U, but I don't know if
Mhm.
they would do that with Happy Home Paradise.
Yeah, because like even though Animal Crossing is like one of the top selling games on Switch, there's
Hmm.
still not a lot of people out there who bought the game yet. Or maybe they can make like Happy Home Paradise physical, but if you buy it, they'll just give you like just a code, like a physical code on it, just for those like
Oh, one of
kids, and
those
also like
games.
yeah, and also get ready for like the holiday season for
Uh-huh.
like yeah. I mean, it's fine, Bobby, just like having those physical codes, even though it wastes a lot of plastic. Because
Mm.
yeah, if it's bundled, then yeah, I'd be down for it. But I don't know if I'll buy the DLC as of now. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense because I think we still need to see some more details about it from the people who's gonna play the game once they pick it up, and
Hmm.
like yeah, just like all the content that the DLC will provide. But for now, yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
The yeah, they also announced like amiibos, amiibo support for it too, where you can like uh oh, just Nick says, just give me a code for it, please, if they're gonna do a bundle for it. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think doing a code is fine. Um, anyways, Amiibo support. Let's see. Yeah, so basically you can summon Isabel or Tom Nook or the what's it get? What are those Nook Cranny employees' names?
Timmy and
Timmy and
Tommy.
Tom. Yeah. The video also showed that you can build Timmy and Tommy their own like vacation home.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is and he showed it and it's like a sort of like fossil digging house, which is kind of a weird way to build it. But I do like that sense of customization that sort of what's it called? Potential with it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also bring back the techniques you learned from that job and do it for your own house too, which is pretty cool. You can do like I don't know, like polishing furniture is a thing in this game, but whatever. You can customize the lightning, which is nice. Polishing, remodel your residence home, and also you can invite the residents on your island to vacation on in that DLC. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I think that's pretty much the DLC. Pretty much the free update, the DLC are coming on November 5th, 2 days before my birthday. So that's nice.
Oh, cool. Happy early birthday.
Yeah, and also coming out on the same day as Call of Duty Vanguard. So I guess Call of Duty has better watch out. like just like how just like how New Horizons came out, I think on the same day as Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Oh my god, and then Nintendo Switch Online. So yeah, we
Uh,
talked about this like last stream about it,
uh-huh.
and yeah. So I talked about like how I hope that the price isn't too high, and the price is too high because it's $50 for a year, Bobby. That's like nearly the same price as like Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Like what the heck? Nick
Well, if it
says
makes you
happy
feel
early birthday,
better,
Ross.
Nick says
Yeah,
happy early birthday too.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna use my birthday money for a friggin' Nintendo Switch Online, like the $50 version. Like you could just easily like sort of play Nintendo 64 games online for free on your computer. like
Yeah,
and you can also
so
buy the Sega Genesis games like on Steam right now for like way cheaper. But
yeah, that
yeah, it's
too.
just
I
yeah, it's like
mean,
$50, man. Hey. Like I heard it's due to licensing pretty much. Like that Nintendo has to pay for licenses for the Sega Genesis games, pretty much. But
yeah, I see.
yeah, I just
I,
like I mentioned before, like couldn't these games just be available for purchase by its own, just buy digitally, like the Virtual Console on the 3DS and also with the Wii and the Wii U. Like, come on, really?
yeah,
Like,
that's one of the
hey,
issues with this whole like thing. So, yeah,
yeah,
when they announced the pricing, I gotta be honest, I am super, super torn about the pricing if I'm being honest. Because
yeah.
on one hand, what were you gonna say?
I mean, it does come with the Happy Home Designer if you own Animal Crossing, which no,
If yeah.
why? But the thing is, they also announced like they provided some details on what would happen to that DLC if you only like access it through the Nintendo Switch Online, and you know your subscription expires.
Uh-huh.
They'll say that you'll get locked out of it, but you can still use like the bonus stuff. Like you can't go to the job, but you can still like use the customization. But still, like, why would you buy like a subscription just to like a DLC? You know, it just yeah, just buy the DLC, save more money in the long run. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and there's no risk of, oh, if my subscription expires and I can't afford it, then I get
yeah,
locked
pretty
out
much.
from the main
Yeah,
game, yeah. Or the main
yeah,
Happy Home Paradise game, I should say.
yeah. So it just feels like they're just it's just there just to pad it out or something. Let's see, yeah, individual membership $50 for 12 months, and family membership $80 for 12 months. The heck? No,
Yeah,
jeez.
so yeah. It just like tears me apart so much in that on one hand, I see the appeal because I wished I could play like some of those Nintendo 64 games on the Switch because the Switch is portable so that I don't have to run downstairs and go play it on like
Mm,
my Wii U and have to
mm,
like I mean it's plugged in but it's like I can't really play my Wii U up in my room because it's not hooked up there. I've tried
yeah.
but the controller gets really wonky. So
Nick says, me, buy Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pass for $50, or buy both Castlevania collections for $40 total, $20 each. Yeah, I'd buy Castlevania XD.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just pretty much just cheaper just to buy the games. Like if buying the subscription, I guess it gets like some of the games like just out of just like you play the games and then once you finish it, you don't want to return back to the game, so you're just done with it. So
Yeah.
so,
I
so in
mean,
hindsight, it's like sort of cheaper to pay for a subscription like Game Pass. Like you play Game Pass game, you play it and then you're done, don't touch it again, and then you
uh-huh.
just move on to the next game. Like, but also we need to have like the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games like available to purchase individually to like get a better comparison, like in a way, yeah, rather
Yeah.
than solely depending on like other systems or like PC and whatnot or like piracy. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
yeah, so yeah, it just kind of cuts to the problem of like having to pay monthly because that also includes like games. What if I don't want to play like some of those games that are included?
mm,
Because it's not like the Wii Shop or Nintendo 3DS eShop days where you can like pick and choose whatever games you want. Like the way it
mm,
works is that like for the NES and Super Nintendo games, they give you this entire pack of games, and so in essence, it feels like you're paying for games. Some of them are really cool. Like I'm glad that like Sin and Punishment and Pokemon Snap are coming, but there's also a lot of other games that I
mm,
frankly could care less
yeah.
about. Like I'm still hesitant about like going back to Star Fox 64 because last time I played, I sucked at that game.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah,
just yeah.
so Nick says Sega Genesis games and N64 games are really cool. Don't get me wrong, but I don't understand why they combined it with the Animal Crossing DLC. I think it's just pretty much to pad it out, to make it look, uh, make the expansion pack look a bit more worth it in the long
Yeah.
run. Yeah. Nick says also you have a Wii U too, Bobby. Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he does.
Still have my Wii U that my mom got as an early Christmas present back in 2012.
Yeah, I
So
sort of like
yeah,
shelved my Wii U and it's like gathering dust.
I
Yeah,
see.
so yeah, I bought the Wind Waker edition too, which it's pretty rare, but I can't find the controller. um, but yeah, I think the expansion pack will be if you provide more bonuses to it too. Like maybe like how Nintendo Switch Online they give you like small bonuses to like Smash or Splatoon and like other maybe like a few free to play games. If the expansion pack provides way more bonuses or something
Mm-hmm.
like Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is the most expensive edition of the subscription, but they provide like way more exclusive bonuses, like maybe 3 months free of Disney Plus, or like exclusive, or like a free battle pass to Smite, or free DLC, or free like small time boosts to like certain games and whatnot, or like cosmetics to PUBG. Yeah, if Nintendo Switch Online provides way more bonuses and whatnot, like especially in the expansion pack, I don't know, maybe, but it's definitely not something I'm gonna miss out on.
Yeah, I
um,
mean, I think it would be more worth it if the expansion pack was a lot more like PlayStation Plus because I looked at okay, so PlayStation Plus yearly it's $60 yearly, so okay, $10 more. But I think it's more well worth it because they would give away some free games. I remember when I used to
yeah,
be a
yeah, yeah.
PS Plus subscriber, I got Yakuza Kiwami and Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So this isn't like games from like 20, 30 years ago. This is like relatively like current gen games, and they would
Mhm.
also have like special offers, hence why I wrote down the benefits. Yeah, yeah, exclusive discounts and exclusive game content. So if that expansion pack tapped into things, or even like allowed like the ability to use voice chat without having to use like the smartphone app, I think would have made that $50 a year for an individual membership more worth it. Now, to Nintendo's credit, they did say existing subscribers may be eligible for discounts depending on how many days they have left for in their subscription, but uh I don't know. Is that something I could check out right now? Because The Verge said that the expansion pack launches on the 25th, so it's not something I could subscribe to right now. But uh, I might check to see if I could at least see how much it'll cost me. So yeah,
Next says I've been using my Wii U for Game Boy Advance Virtual Console games mostly, and I resubbed to PlayStation Plus. And wow, this month's free games suck. Last month's were better though.
yeah,
Um, yeah, that's another thing with like the likes of like say PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold, is that maybe the games are starting to suck now because they want people to like subscribe to Game Pass or PlayStation Now.
yeah.
And yeah, that's my best guess. I think that's actually true too. To try to entice people, yeah. Um, so with Nintendo, yeah, I do feel that they do need like a better like lineup or something to get people to subscribe to like to subscribe to the expansion pass, because if it's just only for the virtual game for the classic games, I don't think a lot of people will be like jumping headfirst into it. If it's for games that's like say newish games or something like say if they included Pokemon Sword and Shield or included say Arms or Splatoon 2 or something, then
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them doing a thing where it's like, oh, we'll give you Breath of the Wild free or New Horizons free, because like that's their money makers. Those are their golden geese. Maybe something like a Mario Golf or an Arms. I could see them like because they're
Yeah.
more like kind of spin-off games, or it
Yeah,
comes
or do
from
something
their
that's
newer
like
franchises.
a monthly discount or something. Like let's say they give you, I don't know, 100 gold points or something, like $1 off of games, or like you can like save up or to give you like 100 gold points for like per month or something, and
Yeah,
then you can save like maybe $12 if you just save it for an entire year. But I don't think they would, because Nintendo, they want people to keep buying the games for like full price. So like
yeah.
for a
I
very high
mean,
price. Yeah.
yeah, I think part of it is that, like, when it comes to Nintendo and online services, it's like when they come up with like really creative ideas, like all those really like fun channels for the Wii, like Everybody Votes or Check Me Out channel, it's like they're legitimately creative. But when they try to do something that's more like expected of an online service, it comes off as underwhelming. It's like it's almost like they could technically do those kind of things, but they won't because, as you said, they want people to spend as much as they can on like
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild or Super Mario Odyssey. It's
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah,
also classic games have a very niche audience. Like I don't think a lot of people are like jumping at a chance to play a game that's been out for like 20 years. I don't think the kids nowadays would want to play like a game that's as old as their parents or something.
yeah,
They would rather play like maybe a Roblox or I don't know, or the new big thing. Yeah. Um. So yeah, it just seems very is I don't think the expansion pass is going to have like a lot of people sub to it. I mean, but otherwise it's just going to be like sort of there, and just sort of like, and also it just doesn't have like that much games too on launch. Like they do promise that more games are coming out like in like out of next year or like this year. So why subscribe to it like now when we can just wait for like to get your full money's worth out of it, you know?
yeah.
But yeah.
And my worry about that is that the Nintendo Switch, the online service with the NES and Super Nintendo games, they like Nintendo has this weird habit of like really drip feeding the games. Like when they do come out with new releases for the NES and Super Nintendo collections, they tend to be games that like are not like super well known or nobody's ever heard of. And those videos when they announce new releases get like very ratioed on YouTube. Like I'm still waiting for Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings. I'm still like, where in the heck are those games? Instead, it's like a weird third-party game that I've never heard of.
Yeah, yeah. So otherwise, like I'm still gonna be like sub to Nintendo Switch Online. I'm just not gonna buy the expansion pass. I'm waiting till Black Friday to for like a discount to the membership, which I usually buy like every Black Friday.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh.
Nick says if they add Alex Kidd to the Sega Genesis games, I might buy the expansion pass. Keyword is might though. Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
the drip feed. Nick, just just buy Alex Kidd on Steam or GOG, good old games. Yeah, it's just you don't need to pay $50 just to play that game. But yeah, the drip feed is definitely going to be a huge thing. I mean, they did it like with the SNES and NES games, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting for Super Mario RPG to be honest. I think that's on the SNES Classic, that that small console that Nintendo
Yeah.
released out. Same thing as Earthbound too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Cause
they
yeah, they
released it. Yeah,
released Earthbound on the Wii U's eShop, and that's I've actually been playing the 3DS like release of that game. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like a challenge when it comes to retro games in general, not just Nintendo. But I remember also the PlayStation Classic had a very its lineup was not as good as it could have been. Like it just seems like licensing issues are
it's
like a
it's not
common
just that, but
problem.
also PlayStation Classic failed because like it used the video quality wasn't as good as like say like PC or something.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
lot of
it's
people
very
complained that like
pixelated. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people said that it uses the PAL edition rather than like the American edition, I think,
Yeah,
which
some of the
which
games
kind
are
of
the
suffered. Yeah,
PAL releases, which
yeah,
compromise the frame rate.
yeah, which definitely suffered the PlayStation Classics like potential.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like back to the Nintendo Switch Online, I am surprised that the only way to actually play these games like just forever is to buy the classic edition consoles. But then now you can't buy it anymore because it's
Limited
just kind of like
time.
just fell out of grace. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot of people are just not buying it in droves anymore, and
Uh-huh.
now it's like just out of sale. Like I'm not seeing it anymore like in Target or Best Buy.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's probably really expensive to get on eBay because I remember it
yeah,
was hard to get even, and this was before the coronavirus pandemic, before
mhm.
COVID. Like it was really hard to get even when it was released.
Yeah, like they could re-release it, but and yeah, they won't.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no. They
yeah,
want
because
people to
like
subscribe to the
yeah,
Nintendo
so
Switch
pretty much
Online.
like the whole trend is just dead. Yeah. Now you just gotta subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online or just uh use an emulator. But
Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's move on out of this sad talk and move into my rant about Amiibos.
Go
Um
ahead.
yeah. So basically, also coming November 5th is a new series of Amiibo cards. Um like using the characters who are introduced into New Horizons.
Uh-huh.
Like the villagers and the people who like worked on the island too. Um so anyways, these like card pack is gonna go like it's gonna sell out like so damn fast. Like when they restock the other Animal Crossing Amiibo cards,
Mm-hmm.
that's sold out really like stupidly fast. And then appeared on eBay like a single card of a villager from like any trading card pack,
Mm-hmm.
especially villager that's like popular. That villager is gonna be like at least like $10 or so, $20, which is
Oh my god.
yeah. But like and yeah, we spoke earlier about like just random chance and gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is pretty much like a gotcha. Like let's like I did bought some of the like trading cards because I'm gonna like a specific villager. I was trying to gamble for a specific villager that I wanted, but I didn't end up getting that villager at all. Let's see. I have the there we go. So so these are all the amiibo cards I have. Like
Uh-huh.
about a several like from GameStop.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, I got like a couple duplicates, and a lot of cards were that's like kind of disappointed me. I got like maybe at least two villagers that piqued my interest, or yeah, three villagers. Then when I didn't get the ones that I wanted,
Uh-huh.
I had to go on Etsy and like pay someone for like a custom NFC card because okay, custom NFC cards, you know how like Nintendo Switch or like the Amiibos they use like NFC chips just in
Yes.
these yeah. Yeah. So basically you can buy like a blank NFC chip
Mm-hmm.
like on like Amazon or Best Buy or whatever. But the thing is because it's so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michael says, well, it's 1:23 a.m. and I have nothing to do. So, okay, Michael. Well, since it's this late, you can just hear me provide some info about Amiibo cards and then complain about it. Because I have like so many dang Amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyways, because you know Nintendo being Nintendo, like they take way too long to re-release these like Amiibo stuff to like generate like the hype and also yeah, just pretty much generate hype. Wow, I have like a lot of ugly villagers. Um, so yeah, yeah, I went on Etsy, and it cost me like maybe $1 something just to buy like a custom NFC Amiibo card, like yeah, and um, which kind of sucks to be honest because I don't want to. I just want like I want the real thing in a
Yeah.
way. Yeah, which is nice to look at. But see, the point being is like it's the trading cards. Like, yeah, at first they weren't popular. Like, they came out like I think around that Animal Crossing party game,
Mm-hmm.
which no one liked. And then yeah, the cards were just sitting there until like New Horizons came out, and then they flew off the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Ugliest villager, in my opinion, is Wart Jr. Let me look him up.
Yeah, I gotta look him up. There's my iPhone. Just like, oh goodness
Uh,
gracious.
he looks like he looks like he has
Ah,
like a having a bun on his face,
this. Oh,
like a
wait, is
frog.
that
And
something the
what kind of
character actually says in the game? Hold on, hold on.
Bobby? So this character, right?
Yeah,
What?
I see. He does like that character. He looks creepy. It's like,
Why?
what's with
So
that
pretty much
smile?
like
It's
he
like,
has warts on his face, and then they just named him Wart Junior. Like, what
yeah.
kind of name is that? It's like having it's like being burned across your face, and you called burn victim, Mr. Burns. Like,
Oh god, I could
jeez,
see this character saying "excellent" in like Mr. Burns' voice.
yeah. Um, but yeah, it was like the Amiibo cards is like not only they get sold out super fast, but I was surprised that Nintendo they don't really do much about like the Amiibo piracy. But I think they don't do anything about it because it's so damn hard to get like an Amiibo card because like they just take too long to like restock it or they just don't sell the Amiibos anymore. And yeah,
Yeah.
it is yeah, the Amiibos are essentially like shortcut DLC, like all of them are in a way. Um because like you either like when I had like a vacant house on my island and I
Uh
wanted
huh.
like this character, I kept like trying to go to the I kept trying to use like the airplane to visit like the mysterious islands to
Yeah.
try to like gamble for a village I want. But then like all the random villagers were just like, yeah, I don't want them. Especially with the camping too, yeah. Um so yeah, in the end I like not only buy these amiibo cards, but then when I couldn't find what I wanted, I just ended up like going on Etsy. Yeah. Um and yeah, I could like make my own NFC cards, but then I found out like I went on Amazon,
Uh huh.
all of it was sold out. Like,
Oh.
geez. And I think other people had the same idea
Mhm.
because like it was just so cheap. It was just cheaper in the long run just to buy these blank NFC cards and then just like make your own amiibos. Just
Yeah, I
download it
see.
online, yeah. Because screw Nintendo for like putting like some of these villages behind like a sort of paywall in a way. Either you
Yeah.
play like a couple hundred hours, try to gamble for the village you want, or you pay real money to get the villager that you wanted. And yeah, it's kind of sucks, but I guess that's business for you.
Yeah, it's business in a nutshell. I actually sent my sister a link to what Wart Jr. looks like. I'm
Yeah,
wondering
yeah,
what she's gonna say.
yeah. So let's see if I have some weird. I am thinking about giving away some of my amiibo cards because, like, I don't know, some of these characters don't interest me, and I do have a feeling that it's like when the series, when the next, when those new amiibo cards come out, like on November 5th,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Not only they're gonna sell it super fast, but they're gonna like some stores they're gonna put a limit, like maybe one per customer. That's what GameStop did. Like GameStop did like a one amiibo card series per customer,
Uh-huh.
and then that's it. Yeah. So so I had to like buy three separate series and then try to like hope I got like the character I wanted, but no, I didn't. But yeah, I'm still gonna like. Would you buy the amiibo cards, Bobby? Like
Only
once it
if
goes on
like
restock or no?
I don't know. I'm not really into like the amiibos much, and although I do have like a couple, not amiibo cards, but like Animal Crossing amiibo figurines, like
Yeah.
at home. But I don't know. When you said that like they were like selling out super fast and people putting up on eBay for like a ton of money, I'm just like, okay, no, I don't think that's
Yeah,
something
and
I
it's
could
just
do.
easier just to buy it from Etsy in the long run. I think easier or just it's not cheaper, and but it is easier. But
Yeah.
it's way more easier to just buy a blank NFC chip. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Hey,
By the
let's
way, you
see.
want to know what my sister had to say about War Jr.?
What is it?
She said, bleh, those eyes, lol.
Yeah, Wart just looks so proud that he has warts on his face.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, no, yeah.
what
Do
did
you
Nick
think
say?
that's the thing? Like they make some villages look super ugly so they can make the normal ones look much better.
Or they're just hoping people will make memes out of them,
Oh,
like
here we go.
get
Yeah, some of the
free.
cards are available on Amazon now. Like 25 piece NFC cards are $12 on
Oh,
Amazon.
okay.
Yeah, which is nice. Like if you want to, make your own amiibos and then just cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I might do that. Like just buy some and then yeah, just so I can get the specific village I wanted. Like I
Uh-huh.
do know that Raymond is gonna be so like Raymond his popularity or like his sales would suddenly drop. Oh, Nick says kind of off topic, but I can't find Pokemon cards, at least at Target. Gotta check other stores too. Who is your favorite villager, guys? Yeah, Bobby, who's your favorite villager?
Uh, I don't know. It kind of varies by game. Like I remember, it's mostly a nostalgic thing. It's like the ones I could remember best from like the GameCube one, like characters like I think there was a cat named Kiki or this bear named Nate. I remember when I was a little kid when I went to Build a Bear in first grade, I literally named the bear Nate after that character. Like I don't know. Most of my favorite characters in Animal Crossing, they tend to be like the ones who run businesses or the ones that appear in all the games. Like for instance, I like seeing KK in all of them, or you know characters like that, or Brewster, or and mainly characters like those.
Yeah. For my favorite character, I like Fauna a lot because she calls me Deary all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like the penguin Road because this meme. So he says, "Whoa, that looks like a combat helmet." Yeah.
Oh my god! What the character has like PTSD.
And also that penguin just looks kind of silly too, like his
Yeah,
big eyes.
the
Yeah.
crazy looking
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Road a lot. Like that was the character I was trying to gamble for through the Amiibo cards.
Uh huh.
But then when I couldn't get it, I just paid for his card on Etsy for like I think $2. Then after
I
shipping,
see.
it's like $4. Yeah, but I mean, I did pay for like other amiibo codes, like the Monster Hunter Rise amiibos too, because those sold out at GameStop. So and they were cheaper in the long run, like $25 for amiibo figure or $3 just for amiibo card.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, I might be able to yeah, I might need to buy the blank NFC chips before they sell out again, because yeah, it's definitely gonna sell out by the
Mm-hmm.
time the new amiibo cards the new Animal Crossing amiibo cards come in. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Nick,
Wow.
what'd you say? So your favorite characters are Tex, Fauna, Roald? Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Fano is great. Rolled is good too. Yeah, I agree.
mm-hmm.
I also have Audie on my island. Like I did not know Audie was like a super popular character.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Audie, the that orange fox lady, who is apparently named after this like a like an Animal Crossing grandma, like a grandma in real life who plays Animal Crossing New Leaf a lot, to the
Oh,
point where like
so
her
kind of
island
like
is like
Skyrim
so decked out.
Grandma?
Yeah, yeah. Except she doesn't live stream herself. It's just that like she just plays Animal Crossing a lot.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
okay.
then
So it's a nice
her
gesture.
grandson, yeah, and then the grandson like found out and like showed her like her village, and then a lot of people got excited.
Uh-huh.
And then I think some people, some fans of her, they oh yeah, Audie is one of the new characters, right? From Nick. Yeah, yeah, Audie is one of the new characters. Yeah. Um, I checked the eBay price because why not?
Mm-hmm.
And she was selling for at least like $20 or $30 on eBay.
God.
Like, why? But yeah, and um, but yeah, this was like around the hype for like the new villagers. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, Audie's fine. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I did talk about it with you, Bobby. Like the villagers that I have a that cat, Lollipop, which I think she's from the very first Animal Crossing game.
Oh, yeah?
I also have that alligator who likes to eat things. What's his name? Yeah, the alligator from the Animal Crossing anime movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
I've heard of that movie.
yeah, yeah, I've seen like a bit of it on YouTube, but not my jam.
Um,
I am surprised that they haven't made like an Animal Crossing anime yet. Like it could very well be as popular as Pokemon. I might say,
I mean,
but
I'm wondering if that Super Mario movie is successful, maybe Illumination will make a Animal
on
Crossing
Animal
movie.
Crossing, I don't know, like they're gonna give it like action, and they're gonna have like maybe I don't know, Vin Diesel voicing Tom Nook or something. But yeah, no, I do not want them. I do not want any American production touching Animal Crossing at all. Like Animal Crossing is a slice of life type of setting. Yeah,
Hmm.
not necessarily something that should be touched by Americans at all. Um, but yeah, like the Amiibo cards, I'll I'll definitely pick up the latest series, maybe like one or two, and then just that's it.
Hmm.
Just try to gamble, just for like maybe I can try to get Raymond, and then just brag to people that I have him. But I'm not gonna use him,
I see.
because yeah, yeah, I do know some people like some relatives who play Animal Crossing a lot.
Uh-huh.
So I might gift them some of my cards or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll see. Yeah. Um. So, anyways, I think that's it. I'm like all tuck it out from like talking about Animal Crossing a lot. It's already been like 2 hours, and yeah, just pretty much 2 hours
Yeah, two
since
hours,
we
9 minutes.
begun talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. So what do you make of the entire presentation, Bobby?
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, I was blown away with basically the entire announcement. Again, it's like what you were saying, maybe they were planning on like releasing all these features in increments, but probably due to the pandemic, they couldn't like do that, and their schedule kind of got it couldn't go as well as they wanted. But
Mm.
it's almost like kind of a joke to me where it's like, big update. What will it cost the Animal Crossing fans? This is the last major update for the game. But still, like,
Yeah.
I'm still like happy for the most part with Brewster coming back, these new businesses, and also, like I said, some of the new features sort of remind me of features from even the the GameCube one, like the aerobics. So I'm kind of curious to see if these features are going to function in a similar way to the past games, or if there are also going to be like new twists thrown in. So
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think, Ross?
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, the video was longer than I anticipated,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, there's like a lot of good quality of life features that I enjoyed. Some that I wish would end up in a game, like let's say crafting. Let's say you want to craft like shovels or like an item. Like, why can't I just? How come I gotta keep like spamming A lot
Yeah.
instead of just like saying, okay, like I want to craft like maybe these much items and then just craft it once and that's it. Like other games has crafting system, you know. But yeah, it's just weird that's not in the game. Well, that's not in this game, yeah.
Yeah.
But for every other quality of life feature, like let's say better customization with your houses or let's see. I'm trying to trying to remember most of the stuff I said earlier. Um let's see. House customization. Oh yeah, permanent ladders, shimmying
Mm-hmm.
in tight areas, and permanent vendor spots on Horror's Island. I love those a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera and stretching is like, well, the stretching is like a really weird addition, but like, why not? Okay, why not? Like, just have it in the game. Why not?
Yeah.
Next says 2 hours. Dang, but good to still. I've been talking so much. I'm like tripping over my words. Dang, but good discussion, guys. It was fun and informative. I'm glad a lot of the older characters are being brought back, and the aerobics being added is so interesting to me. I'm hyped for that. Yeah, they should fix crafting. I heard a lot about that. Yeah. With the crafting, like it just needs to be way better. But I'm guessing they added it because like maybe kids just it might be too hard for kids or something. I don't know. Or it
Yeah,
might
I
be
don't
too
know.
hard for
It's
like
kind of
casuals or like
weird.
people who hardly play games. Yeah. So that's why they make things like super simple in a way. But let's see what else. Oh yeah, bringing back all the all the classic characters is really great too. I am wondering like what does Tournament has to offer, or what are the like the gameplay benefits or debuffs Katrina the fortune teller might give out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the Happy Home Paradise, I'm not gonna buy it on release day
Me
because
neither.
one, I pre-ordered Call of Duty Vanguard, so I'm gonna be playing that a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
just finished the Black Ops Cold War Battle Pass like yesterday. Um, and also like I'm just waiting to just see more details about that DLC.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and maybe also just like I gotta focus on grinding for bells. So yeah, I just
Me
gotta
too. I gotta start like getting ready because yeah, like you said, I don't think those businesses are gonna be cheap to build either.
yeah. And Happy Home Paradise, like it's gonna be a good addition, but yeah, I'm just gonna just wait and just for more detail about it, just from the actual players, like just see just see what they have to make and like the type of furniture that's available. But yeah, it's not something that's like a huge need on my list for now.
Yeah.
Um, but for every other quality of life feature, I am definitely going to check that out and see if it's like worth like just jumping back into. Though I do have a feeling like they said this is the last major content update.
Mm-hmm.
I am hoping that they'll like maybe go sporadic and just add in like maybe smaller stuff throughout the year. But I don't know. Maybe they might be focusing on the next game. Who knows? Yeah. Or
Maybe.
maybe they might be like adding more stuff to the Happy Home Paradise. Who knows? Yeah. Like there's also potential with that DLC too, like adding like holiday events or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, holiday furniture or like yeah. But otherwise, it's I'm excited for it. Well, but otherwise, I'm just like kind of whelmed by it. Like, okay, yeah, just gonna wait and see.
Yeah.
I do definitely hope that I get to play with you, Bobby, again in the
Mm-hmm.
game, and maybe play with like Yasmin or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's still playing. Maybe she dropped it and like haven't played in a while. Just like you and I, yeah.
I mean,
But
I still like I said, since we did our last discussion, I've been playing the game like a lot more
okay,
and like setting up a lot more stuff. I mean, I think it would be cool if we could do like a stream one of these days where it's like the three of us. It's kind of like a college newspaper reunion because
hmm
I mentioned before that we all used to work in the same college newspaper, and that's how I met you. And I've actually known Yasmin since we went to the same high school, and it was just kind of coincidence that we ended up in the same newspaper. But yeah,
yeah. So hmm. I mean, we could try to do like a live stream of like maybe our reactions on November 5th when the update drops, or whenever it's possible for all of our times to connect to each other.
yeah,
Yeah, just like just try to update. And actually, yeah, that's not even too like, what if I own a DLC and I want to invite you guys to like my vacation to that place? Like, what a yeah, yeah. I'm just wondering if I could like try to get people to my DLC island, and then
mm-hmm,
just if you guys don't own the DLC, yeah, you know what I mean, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. You know
who
what's
knows?
weird is I remember like Yasmin asked me once, she was like, my boyfriend wanted to get a Switch, and at the time I heard all those rumors about the Switch Pro, so I was like, I don't know if if he could wait, maybe wait and see. And then now it's like the only thing as of right now is the OLED Switch, but that's like
Oh,
350,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. The Switch OLED comes out in, let's see, when does it come out? Wait, it's out right now? Huh.
I
I
know
never
that like
even bothered to
reviewers are
like
getting
check.
their hands on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, it came out in October.
Yeah.
So what is the it's out of stock everywhere, just like every other game system. Oh,
No
okay.
surprise.
Yeah, no surprises. This is freaking OLED. I mean, anyone wants to buy a game system no matter what. Uh but yeah, um hopefully Yasmin maybe once a boyfriend gets it, and maybe once all of our time connects together, then we can play Animal Crossing together, and then just check out our islands. Very and Yasmin and I will quietly judge your island.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just downplay my island, saying like I don't spend that much time on it to Yasmin, and then she gets yeah surprise. Um, Nick says the only good thing about the OLED Switch I like is the biggest screen. Other than that, though, it's not worth it to me. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, to a lot of people who already own the Switch, it's not worth it. I
Yeah.
mean, I own two Switches. The reason I bought this one, the Animal Crossing edition, like I think the week before everything shut down due to the pandemic,
Uh-huh.
um, I bought it because one, it's Animal Crossing, and two, I needed like a Switch that I can play at home, pretty much. Like
I
the other
see.
Switch, like in case if I lose it or if it's broken or whatever, then yeah, this
Uh-huh.
is my backup.
Oh, I see.
Um, yeah, and this is like the only console that I played like Animal Crossing on too. So yeah, it just kind of fits together. Um, but yeah, like right now, it's the buying another like buying that OLED Switch is not worth it. Like I'm surprised they haven't updated it yet. Or you know what I mean? Like gave it like a better processor, better graphics card. Same thing like what Nintendo did was the new Nintendo 3DS, just like upgraded the hardware by a lot,
Yeah.
like huge by margin. Yeah.
Which, again, probably because of the chip shortage, they couldn't like make
Yeah,
give it
yeah.
like a big hardware upgrade.
Yeah, like because by this point, the Switch desperately needs an update. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like the funny thing is, like I've been looking at like let's say the graphics to say Apex Legends and Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
or especially Fortnite. Like on my Switch, it looks awful, but on my tablet that I've been using, like that tablet came out like I think last year.
Uh-huh.
Fortnite on that tablet looks so much better than the Switch, which is saying a
Yeah.
lot.
I
Well,
mean,
because like the Switch is like what, maybe 4 or 5 years old, and
mhm.
it's like it needs to catch up desperately to like to yeah for just the games like some of the recent games nowadays too is like the FPS, the frame rate just dies by a lot. Or like the graphics and the technology is just so limiting too right now.
Yeah,
Like some games
so
like being held back.
yeah, so
But no.
yeah, what I'm hoping for is that because I know Nintendo even they put out a tweet saying that no, the OLED Switch is the only one coming out, but I always think theoretically that at some point Nintendo they're gonna start working on like some kind of successor for the Switch
I
at
think they
some
are
point.
doing it right now. The OLED Switch is just there just to like sell more copies of like the hardware,
Yeah,
like just in time for the holidays. I think they always release like a new hardware like every holiday or something. Like was it like last year or 2 years ago? They released the new Nintendo Switch Lite.
yeah, well,
Oh no,
yeah,
no,
and
2 years ago. Yeah.
historically, Nintendo releases like a successor every like 5 to 6 years. So,
Hmm.
what I'm hoping for is that it's funny because I remember being like I mentioned in our last stream when the Wii U was coming out, I was like, I can't play 4K. But what I learned since then is that it's not that Nintendo has to come out with like hardware that's like that can go like super toe to toe with like a
Hmm.
PS5 or Xbox Series.
No, it's not.
It's just that it has to be powerful enough where it can be competent enough to run something like a Doom
Yeah.
or Mortal Kombat 11. Because you mentioned like the technical issues with Fortnite, even something like Doom Eternal, which runs okay, but when there's times when like the camera has to go into slow mo, the frame rate starts to like stutter in those kind of times where it's like I can tell it's trying to do slow mo, but since it can't get to those really high frame rates, it just looks a
Yeah.
little stuttery. Not all of the game, but those kind of scenes, it just
Yeah.
kind of gets a
So
little
so the
distracting.
funny thing is that like the Steam Deck is like we mentioned Steam Deck in the last stream, and like how the Steam Deck is very competent or is very potential competitor against the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
With the exception that the Steam Deck is only sold on Steam, not on like everywhere. It's not being sold in Best Buy, it's not being sold at GameStop or even like sold in other like international shops like retailers. No. It's
Uh-huh.
only on Steam, which is kind of it's gonna make it suffer a bit, yeah. And it's not a big name too compared to Switch. And it's a bit pricier too. But
Yeah.
the technology is there. It just shows like it can definitely play like PlayStation 4 games, or like PlayStation 4, like those type of hardware games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just hope that the Switch just gets better by next year. I thought it was going to get better this year, but yeah, apparently it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah,
But
probably again because of the chip shortage.
yeah. So otherwise, Animal Crossing, I'm excited for. Uh, the Switch's potential, I'm not excited for. Well, yeah, it just needs potential. Yeah. Um, and yeah, I just pretty much that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah. I mean, not to dampen your spirits again. So, I would say the New Horizons update was basically the shining star of Nintendo's recent announcements. As for the expansion pack, I gotta be honest, I am considering it only because I do want to play those N64 games. What another concern I wanted to bring up with that is I'm not sure, like, concern is that if Nintendo does plan to make like the Switch online expansion pack and bring over, because I remember with the Wii, they also used to have like Commodore 64 and Neo Geo games, which some Neo Geo games can be bought separately in the eShop or like TurboGrafx 16 games. My fear is that if Nintendo ever brings those games over, which I'm not sure they'll ever do because I know they brought like TurboGrafx 16 games to the Wii U, but my fear is that if Nintendo brings those other consoles, is that going to jack the price of Switch Online even more for the expansion pack?
Definitely, because all those
Yeah.
licensing they have to do. But would everyone even pay like $100 a year just for like to play classic games?
Yeah, it's a
like or
weird
something like that.
theoretical example. Like if they
Yeah.
pay $100, you can get TurboGrafx 16 and Commodore games. Just yeah, I don't know about that, especially for that price. And if they're not gonna add like those kind of features that I mentioned earlier, like similar to like what PlayStation Plus does with exclusive discounts or even like some free current generation games, then it's not going to be worth that $100 price. I mean, it's a theoretical example, but I don't think it would be worth it.
What they should have done is also include like, um, no, not Wii games because then there's the Nintendo Switch Lite, which yeah I can't use. Um, they should have included like yeah the Game Boy Advanced games and Game Boy games onto the Switch Online. Uh,
Yeah, that was like a rumor I heard of like, oh, GB I think it was like GBA games might come, but
mhm.
and it ended up being N64 and Sega Genesis.
Yeah, like they definitely have like a really huge catalog of like a game of like, just handheld games in particular. Like it would have been so cool to play like let's say uh that Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga on the Switch again.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, yeah, it will definitely be yeah, I just wish that they would just have more content provided to make the price tag seem even more worth it. But as of now, it has some potential to do. But yeah, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nick said include GBA and DS games. The only problem with DS is that how are they gonna play on a Switch? Because on a Wii U, I could do a thing where it's like the top screen is my TV and the touch screen is the gamepad. But with the Switch, I think it would be really awkward if they put like the two screens,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on yeah,
And
or
also, like, if they put the Wii games on the Switch, it's just gonna be weird because like you can only play it on like a regular Switch, just not on a Nintendo Switch Lite.
yeah. Like I
It's-
see the appeal because like I really like DS and Wii games myself. I even kind of wish they would make like a Wii Sports Resort for Switch, but again for Switch Lite players, the Joy Cons don't come off, so it'd be so there goes that audience unless they want to buy separate Joy Cons. So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Although I
But
could see, yeah, I could see maybe with like games like Excite Truck because I could see where like Switch Lite players can just like move the Switch around if they want to play like that. But for those kind of Wii Sports type of games, that's only going to be playable for people who have either the
yeah, Bobby,
original Switch or the OLED model.
it's gonna suck for like people who play Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch Lite
Hmm.
and they can't get any stretching done because like the joints are just gonna be so stiff and
Or they just have
like
to awkwardly watch like everybody else stretch or panic.
yeah. Man, those idiots should have paid $100 more just to get some stretching done.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, to be serious, yeah, so man, I gotta go to the bathroom. So yeah, should we just like close this discussion now? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
we went quite over quite a few things. So yeah, so all right, so I guess just leave it at, excited for Animal Crossing, the
Mhm.
new Animal Crossing update, kind of here or there on the Happy Home Paradise, and then Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, not so much. So, yeah, okay, so, yeah, so once again, thank you, Ross, for coming on. It's really fun discussing Nintendo with you. And yeah, thank you everybody to the chat for coming by and leaving us your thoughts on Animal Crossing and the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. If you enjoyed the stream, give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, this has been Ross and Blood Moon Bobby, and we'll see you all later.
All right. Good night, Nick.
All right,
Good night, Bobby. See
all
ya.
right, bye.